Norm, who else do we want to talk to?
Well, Bob, since we're talking about the Naramata bench, I would be remiss if I did not invite our old buddy, Chris Diaz, to come and chat a little bit about the game that he is developing, that I'm helping with, about the wineries in the Naramata bench. Chris, are you there? Hold on, I'm trying to, okay, Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, Chris, how's the ravioli treating you?
Well, there's not much left, to be perfectly honest. So we're working on another batch because Virgin Bowl was very generous with their ingredients.
That's awesome.
So yes.
Chris, the last time I saw you, you were, if I'm not mistaken, judging at the Iron Ore Chef competition.
Yeah, like I said, and you and I had a conversation about how inspirational you are as a writer to me, and how much I'm trying to live up to your kind of leadership and guidance. So not too long after we talked, I quit my day job and I went to writing full time. I ran a Kickstarter last year.
Chris, you misheard me. I said, don't quit your day job.
Well, unfortunately, I guess I must have misheard. So I ran a Kickstarter last year for a book, and it raised $100,000. And now I get to write full time, and so that last Kickstarter just ended last month. And me and Norm started talking about ideas, and I have in my collection about 200 bottles of wine from BC. Probably a quarter, maybe a third, a half is from Naramata. One time we went to Naramata, we visited 60 wineries in 8 days, including 16 wineries in 1 day, which was in Naramata, which I've been told is actually very unhealthy.
It would have been unhealthy if you were on a bicycle.
Yeah, exactly. We should have, but unfortunately, we're also drivers. So I realized that I should be combining both of my loves, gaming and wine. And then we decided I pitched Norm the idea of doing a Naramata board game. Now, most wine-themed games are about wine cultivation and wine making, running a winery. And I didn't see one that was about wine tourism, like my wife and I do, also recently married.
Congratulations.
Yeah, married like it's a month now. So, you know, the honeymoon is over. So anyway, so
we'll talk later, Chris.
So we created a game based off of wine tourism. So players assume the roles of tour guides, and they tour and they bring tourists across Naramata wine country. Now, oddly enough, obviously it's portable, so I can get to do this, and hopefully I can spin this puppy around.
Cool!
Wow,
that's
so
awesome.
This is the second version of the board. We have a third version coming up. So we have artwork.
Wow.
Cards, the wine tastings, and of course, if you want to buy a box of wine, you can do that as well. And players begin at the beginning near Penticton, and they drive across Naramata to the end, and they're trying to satisfy these tourists and then score points. And each time you do an action, it takes time, and whoever has the most points wins the game.
Wow, you know how finicky those tourists can be. That must be tough.
Is there any way to lose points?
Sorry, say again?
Is there any way to lose points?
If you don't satisfy your tourists, you can get penalized, yeah.
Oh.
So you want to make sure all your tourists are extremely happy. So yeah, every single tourist has their own little requirement of what they want, whether it be they want photographs, because we know Naramata is a very beautiful region, if they want tastings, or they want to purchase boxes of wine. So they tell you what you need. If you don't satisfy a row, that's a negative point. If you satisfy the row even slightly, you'll get points. And after 3 days, whoever has the most points wins. We are working with a couple really good game developers. One's developing our box, one's developing some of our little miniature vehicles. We have a Hugo-nominated artist doing all the illustrations that you saw. And we're hoping to launch the Kickstarter. It's going to be probably next few weeks, probably sometime in mid-November.
Wow.
It looks looks beautiful. You've created a wonderful universe. You can just feel like you created a world there. It's really
Well, it's a real world. It's me transmitting kind of my passion of two loves, bringing them together, wine and gaming, and bringing that back. So, and of course, Norm and I, we've been to Naramata numerous times selling the idea. And so, you know, real wineries are being featured on the game. So you will be able to go to Bench. You will be able to go to Serendipity. This is empty because we've been drinking it all day. And you can visit those wineries and use the assets of those wineries to satisfy those tourists. So you want to make it as accurate as possible. It's not geographically accurate because there's a 3-kilometer stretch of no wineries. I just snipped out and just stitched those two elements together. But everyone knows it's the spirit of the board in general. So it's been a hell of a ride these last few months trying to get this out. COVID sure isn't helping, but you know, I don't go out anymore, so.
time to play more games, right? Now you're time to play.
Exactly.
And I love that you win by making people happy. Like that determines the winner. I think that's actually a good lesson in life, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's about you bring on your people, you try to make them happy, score points based on their happiness, and you also, there's also rules in the game about trying to impress the specific wineries, and if they like you get more stuff from them to satisfy your tourists. So it's a bit of an engine. You help them, they help you, you help your tourists. And by the 3rd day, you should be so influential and powerful that you can breeze through and make everybody happy. So it's all about satisfaction.
Cool.
And apparently we were hoping to expand it. Maybe next time we'll do the next game in Napa.
Please.
Yeah.
I'll tour you around.
Oh, I'm taking you up on that. Because that's a bucket list.
It'll be super fun to do.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Well, great to see you. And
I love you, dude. I love you.
see you soon. I hope.